I'm not gonna lie. I've been eating a lot of stuff that I'm supposedly not supposed to.
Oh,
There's the only thing that I've avoided is raw fish.
Oh yeah.
And alcohol. That's
Yeah.
the only thing
I drank an NA beer the other day because it was like a hazy. Well, it was like a hazy something.
Are you not supposed
And
to
then
have
I
those?
looked at after I finished, I looked at the can and it said 0.5%. So it had like a little bit. And I was like, is
0.5
that
buzz,
okay? And I
please.
looked it up on Google and it was like, oh, that's like nothing. You're fine.
Oh, your baby can get 0.5
But then some
buzz.
other websites
fine.
were like fetal alcohol poisoning. You know?
See, and so you're not supposed to have anything fermented. And I
Like kombucha.
don't listen to that. I had so much kombucha
Yeah,
yesterday.
okay, good.
And like kimchi. I don't know if you guys eat kimchi, but I love kimchi. I always have it in my fridge.
Mhm.
And I'm decided I'm not worried about it because here's the thing that doesn't make any sense.
Well,
why is it so good
If
for
you
us?
look around or look at like other countries, you can't tell me that like in other countries they're not eating those things or like they're not
there's-
eating
yes.
sushi, you know?
And also you're not supposed to have an egg that's like any sort of undercooked. So you're not supposed to technically have like yolk. I'm like, sorry, but I'm not eating an over hard egg.
No, I love a dippy egg. Dip
I
that
know.
toast
I
in.
love it. Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom literally made that for me when she was out here visiting.
Yeah.
Like, and you intentionally undercook the yolk so it's extra runny.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that.
I mean,
I eat lunch
my
meat.
friend from
totally.
the Philippines literally just eats the egg. Like that's egg and rice is like the only thing, but it's like not
Yeah.
the runny. And I'm like, I don't know the last time I've had an egg that I haven't. I think over medium is just what I'm used to because it's like the easiest way.
Over medium.
Yeah, over medium.
Whoa.
Not even
Yeah.
hard.
Not even hard. Medium.
Wow.
But it's so good.
75 medium.
But like, I mean, that whole thing about like what other countries eat, I'm sure they look at us and they're like, well, what are you guys doing with all this sugar and processed stuff? It's probably
Yeah.
insanity.
Everybody's looking at us like we're fools. And I agree
I was
with
gonna
them.
say, like,
Yeah.
we
I agree
can't
with them.
deny that. No.
Even this, I bought this yesterday thinking I was being so healthy. Antioxidant trail mix. There's like, it's like half chocolate. I ate like a handful of it and I was like, chocolate.
chocolate.
Hey, it's Casey,
I'm Meredith.
And this is Kiera.
and we're three best friends in a long distance relationship.
We've learned some valuable lessons along the way over the last 10 years of being friends.
Now let's get to it because
Hi guys, welcome back to the It's Been Forever podcast. I'm Kiera.
I'm Casey.
and I'm Meredith.
And we're just so glad that you're tuning back in. We just are so thankful for all the love for the last episode. This one will be just kind of a fun chit chat. You're going to get to know us a little bit more, kind of what we've been up to the last couple weeks. Because I know we always say it and like LOL, but it's like been forever. But it kind of has been. And I know that Casey has some things that she wants to start off this podcast with. So we're going to let her take the reins.
Okay, Kiera, thank you for that intro because there's certain things that I really need to talk to you about that I'm currently obsessed with. 3 things. I'm going to start from least obsessed, still obsessed to greatest. Okay? Okay? Are you guys good
Love
with
that.
Yes.
Okay, so first, least obsessed with, however, still obsessed with. If you're in my family, you've heard us talk about this, but it's the Yuka app. Yuka. Have you guys heard about the Yuka app?
No.
Okay, so if you don't know what the Yuka app is, I'm about to put you on and change your literal life. Are you ready?
Ready.
Oh, it's 2024. I want to be healthy, but like, where the frick do I start? Okay. We were talking before we started recording about how basically America's just like pumped with sugar and a bunch of crap. And how are we supposed to know that we're being healthy? Mare went and bought some antioxidant trail mix. Turns out she's basically just eating chocolate, which could have she taken the time to read the ingredients and figure that out? She could have, but did she?
Yeah, but
she
no.
didn't.
No.
So this is where the Yuka app steps in. What you can do is scan any barcode on any food item with the Yuka app, and it will rate it on a scale of 1 to 100 how healthy it is.
Oh.
And if it's not healthy, it will tell you specifically the things that are not healthy. So let's take something super, super extreme. Red Hot Cheetos. Okay. This is about as bad as it can get. You are going to run into
Red Hot
food
Cheetos?
colorings. Oh, so
I'm scared,
bad.
actually.
So many preservatives, so many
Red
additives.
40.
Oh, it's so bad for you. Okay. So bad. Then let's go to the other extreme. A banana is going to be like 100 out of 100, right?
Right.
So you can scan all the foods in between, and you can find really good snacks for yourself, and you can pretty much like stock your entire kitchen with a score of like 60 or higher if you're really looking to improve your like the food that you put in your body.
Okay.
So Yuka app, YUKA.
Okay. I'm gonna take
And
note.
it changes the way that you shop.
I love that.
And it's really nice. And so Bryce, I was gone last weekend. And Bryce went grocery shopping by himself. And when I got home, he was like, I just want to let you know everything in this house is scored 60 or higher.
Good job,
If
Brett.
that's
And I
not a
was
love
super proud
language,
of
I don't
him.
know what is.
I know. And so everything we like, you can always find a better version of what you like.
Yeah.
Pretty much. Is it going to taste slightly different? Maybe, but the chances of it being better for you in the long run is just it's good. So
I love that.
anyway, that's my first
Okay.
obsession.
I love it.
Okay, you ready for number 2?
Ready.
Okay, here I go. Okay, so my number 2 obsession, again, Yuka is my least obsession of my obsessions. Number 2, Avatar. So we've been talking about this for a couple of weeks. It came out February 22nd, which was on a Thursday. I didn't have time to watch it on a Thursday because no one has time to watch things on Thursday night. So Friday, which was yesterday, I watched 3 episodes.
Okay.
Now, each episode, the first episode was like an hour. Everyone after that is like, I think like 40-ish, give or take. Obsessed with the nostalgia factor of it. I've been obsessed with the idea of it coming out. However, I'm probably going to give it a 7 out of 10.
Oh, no.
And so I don't need it to be a shot-for-shot remake. And I know it can't be because the show is like, they're like 20-minute episodes. They're quick. They're like little adventures
Yeah.
going from thing to thing.
Yeah.
And when you're doing a TV show, that's just not really how they make things anymore. So you kind of have to be a little bit more like combining stories. So they're doing
Yeah.
a lot of combinations of mini adventures within one big episode instead of like fanning it out over like 5 episodes, which isn't bad. It's just different. So you're kind of like as someone who knows the old show really well, you're kind of sitting there like, oh, they took this take on it. Oh, they did this instead.
Yeah.
And certain ways they're taking things is not a bad thing. And maybe if I didn't know the OG show so well, I maybe wouldn't care as much, but I don't know. I kind of care.
That makes sense. I mean, 7 out of 10 is a little lower than I was hoping for you because I don't
I
know Avatar in general, so I will probably not watch it.
Well,
but I
I
was
just know
really
you had
hoping
high
because you were really
hopes.
excited
Yeah.
about it that I was going to be
I
in
know.
the like 9 range.
Me too. And like from the opening scene, I was like, okay, this could go really, really well. It was exciting. It was doing a backstory, which we never saw that.
Oh, okay.
Backstory. You kind of like how they set it up is they showed you what happened to get to the moment of Avatar existing,
Sure.
rather than like in the original show it just starts off as like we discover him and we have to figure out everything about who this person is along the journey.
Got it.
So they're doing a lot more backstory beginning instead of flashbacks.
yeah.
So there was a ton of flashbacks in the old or in like the original series, but there's like no flashbacks right now really, which
Gotcha.
is fine. And maybe there will be.
Yeah.
So anyway, that's my number 2 obsession. Don't not watch it. I think it's still like good to watch and I think it's still exciting and I have hope that it will continue to get better.
Yeah.
You know,
If I
3
haven't
episodes.
seen the OG. Do you think this is a
Uh-huh.
good one to come in with? Like Headstrong, first Avatar that I've seen? Should I go back?
I think it's okay for you to watch this if you haven't seen the OG one, but I think watching the OG one makes you appreciate the new one now.
Yeah, makes sense.
You don't. So, I mean, and maybe I'll have different thoughts as as I continue to watch it, and maybe I'll change my mind. And I know that you're super busy watching Grey's Anatomy right now.
I know, I'm at a pretty pivotal
You and
part.
Mare.
So yeah, maybe next week once I die off of this like intense
Derek
part.
dying.
Yeah, Derek
moment.
dies.
Spoiler
alert, Derek dies,
Spoiler.
and I'm literally right at that part. So yeah, I hate that. Okay, that's a good number 2.
And I'm moving on to my third and final obsession. So we like to talk about music on here, obviously, from time to time.
Yeah.
And so there was a cover that just came out recently. It's like a remake of an old cover.
Okay.
Okay. And it's experiencing some of our favorite artists, which is really exciting. So a million years ago, Yebba. You remember Yebba?
Oh, we remember.
Right. She came out with a cover, Bridge Over Troubled Water.
Yes.
And Jacob Collier, which we've talked about him before fondly,
did
like an insane 9+ part harmony over her cover of it. And so he essentially decided to assemble some of the best vocalists in the world and expand on that cover. So he kept the original cover with Yebba doing Bridge Over Troubled Water and his harmonies over it. Then he included John Legend.
Oh my gosh.
And then he included Tori Kelly in it.
Of course. I mean, of course.
Of course. And you guys, I've literally had this song on repeat.
Wait, so where is this? Everywhere?
Go on Spotify. Everywhere. Well, I mean, you have Apple Music, don't you? That's
I know.
Here.
I'm gonna go look it on there just in case.
Okay.
So it is Bridge Over Troubled Waters.
Yes. So if I open Spotify, it's probably going to go right to it. Yep. Bridge
Featuring
Over Troubled
John
Water.
Legend.
Featuring John Legend. Yes.
Okay.
I'm
downloading now.
So the beautiful thing about it, which is in such Jacob Collier fashion, is he is going in one key and then he literally modulates to another key by the time you get to Tori Kelly, and it's way higher, and then she's doing these insane runs.
Of course.
So if you follow Tori Kelly on Instagram, Jacob Collier recently posted them recording this song, Bridge Over Troubled Water.
Yes. Did I send you guys that?
Someone did.
No, I don't know, but I've been watching
but
it.
I had seen it. Yeah.
And
Noah's been also obsessed with this
the
song.
Amazing thing about it is Tori literally had an hour to record her part of this song. And if you listen to it, her runs are the most
they're insane.
I don't understand. And they're from the mind of Jacob Collier, and if you ever step foot into his mind, it's one of the most confusing magical things ever.
Yeah, magical, confusing.
But he literally would be like, okay, this is what I want you to do, and he would sing the run to her, and then Tori would sit there and respond and be like, what the heck, Jacob? How am I supposed to do that?
She would laugh at each of them and then turn around and do it.
And so she literally recorded that whole verse and all of those runs that she learned in that moment in an hour before going to another show and performing that night. It just, the whole song is just blowing my mind. I've listened to it. I don't even know how many times. So it might be one of those Spotify end of the year raps.
Oh, I hope so.
You listen to this song.
Right.
Way more than the general population.
For 100,000 hours.
Yeah. So that is my third and final obsession from this past week. And I just couldn't be more obsessed with it. And I don't see this obsession ending soon because every time I listen to the song, I hear something new.
Oh, I love
and I hear
that.
something I don't know. It's incredible. So take a second to just like take a quick time out on us. I need you to listen to the song. It's very, very important. And just like, don't do anything. Just hear it and listen. And then I have a theory after the first verse, and this is super music nerdy of me, so sorry if you don't care. So at the end of the first verse, the transition out of Yeba's part into John Legend's part, I'm pretty sure he uses a run from My Mind at her So Far live recording.
Okay.
So if you listen to it, if you hear the final run, I think he like adapted it and moved it in there to kind of transition out of it. It sounds very, I don't know.
I like that.
Sounds very familiar to me. I don't know.
Oh, I love that.
But anyway,
obsession.
every time I listen, I literally hear something new, and I'm not over it yet. So
I can't believe I haven't.
Those are Casey's
listened.
3 obsessions for the week.
I love it. I am obsessed with your obsessions. I can't believe I've never heard that song yet. Normally,
I'm actually kind of mad that you haven't heard it
I
yet.
know. Normally, I'm on my A game.
I'm actually kind of. I think I'm mad at you.
I mean, that's okay. I'm also mad at me too. So, we are the same in that.
Perfect.
And did I tell you though, I did get tickets to go see Jacob.
Good.
I know.
Because if you didn't the second time he came to your city, I was going to shoot you.
Casey will.
Not really. Just joking, but
kind of not joking. No, she sends me all of these like, hey, by the way, especially if it's Jacob Collier, by the way, he's coming to Charlotte. You need to get your tickets. And the last time I couldn't. But this time he's coming the first weekend in May. And I'm going and I'm so excited. And
there's a lot of really good tours going on, actually.
I know.
All over the place.
Okay. Actually, can I talk about my obsession?
Yes.
Please.
My current obsession is Paul Jason Klein. Do we know?
I don't know. I don't
know.
No,
we don't know. Okay. He's the lead singer in Lainey, if you know.
Oh,
Lainey.
yeah.
So
because you just went to his concert.
I did.
Right?
Yeah. They are one of my favorite bands. So it's really like two guys, Paul, who's the singer, and then Jake, who's the drummer, and together they make Lainey. I believe it's because one of them is from New York, one of them is from LA, and then together Lainey.
I like that.
It's kind of fun. But a fun fact about them, so the drummer Jake Goss is married to Mariah, who is the lead worship singer at Mosaic in LA. So it's just kind of a fun little thing, like, okay, like they're Christian, like that's just like a fun nod. And get this, so I got tickets the first night because I'm like, they're my favorite, I have to go. And it's like standing room only, so it's like you just get there the earliest you can to like get the closest. And Colton and I got like decent spots, but the next day I was so tired, also mind you. I literally woke up at 8:20, have to be at work at 8:30, and I was like, I can't put on in my contacts, but I'm going. While I was there, someone at work was like, well, we do have like a couple tickets from the tour manager because the drummer Jake did a podcast episode with our youth team because there's like some mutual friends there. And I was like, well, could I get a ticket? I was like, I did go. I literally was like, I did go yesterday. So I give it to someone if, whoever wants it. But if literally it's the end of the day and like no one's jumped on it, can I? And they were like, totally. Like, just put your name on the list. Like, go to the box office, get your ticket. So I literally went twice. The first night with Colton, second night alone. And I got a lot closer the second night. And I think we did lock eyes. I mean, love you, Colton. But me and Paul had a moment. Like everyone probably thought there because it was a lot of girls in the audience. Like, let's be honest.
Yeah.
But it was like so fun. And I'm still on that concert high to the point where it's just like that high where you're like, I don't even, there's like no words, just when you know.
Mm-hmm.
To the point where I'm going to be in Vegas the middle of March for my dad's birthday, and they're going to be in Vegas also. And I'm like, do I get another ticket?
You are not going to get another
and
ticket.
I'm not.
And it's the same tour? Okay.
The same tour.
But it's the same tour, so you essentially see the same show thrice.
Exactly. Thrice. And I'm not going to do it, but it was a thought. But get this, the opener, he was insane. You know when you're just like listening, you're like, I've never heard of this guy. His voice was like a mixture of Hozier and Noah Kahan, like a combo. And his looked like a combination, but I'm going to get you on him. His name is Hazlitt. HAZLETT.
Okay.
So like just
Hazlitt.
amazing. You're also gonna have to go look him up. But he's also my newest obsession. Not only Paul, because love you, PJK, but Hazlitt was amazing to the point where I'm like, I am a new fan. And at least I didn't know who he was. Maybe people, it didn't seem like the crowd also like knew who he was. But afterwards, let me tell you, I followed him everywhere. I was like, I need to know this guy's music. His most popular song is Please Don't Be. I think that's probably going to come up at the top. That one you have to listen to is so good. So that's two of my latest obsessions. I also am going to see my guy, JP Sachs. He's coming on Wednesday. So I'm going to see him. So I'm going to stay in that concert high, to be honest. So I might have another story at the end of that. So I'm just vibing out with that. So I had a little moment with Paul. Hopefully
jealous.
I'll have a little moment with JP.
I really hope
and I'll
you
just
do.
continue on my high. So
I would love for
as I should.
2.
And as I'm here.
Love
So
for part 2. Okay, Mare, we talked about our obsessions. What are you currently obsessing over?
Yes. So over the last week, I know there's been a lot of controversy over this, but I have just been obsessed specifically with singing.
Okay.
This ain't Texas.
No.
Ain't no hold on.
No, not you.
Down.
It got you?
Down.
It got me,
you.
guys. Okay, not the best
same.
lyrics, but it's so catchy, and I love
it is.
seeing all the dances to it. Like, there's different, like the dancers on like Reels or TikToks have like made up dances to it, and they're so fun. And like that's a song you get in the car and you just like jam to. I will say not the best
agree.
lyrics, but I love the song.
I am the same way. I also love the videos. And, I was scrolling on TikTok and I came across the original, creator of the song. They gave it to Beyonce. It wasn't like she, came up with it. But
they wrote it.
they wrote it. And then she was like, I like that. I want to do that. And I'm like, how sick would it be to be like, yeah, I just threw that together. And Beyonce's Beyonce's #1 hit country song. How
I like that.
crazy would that be?
Who
Yeah.
wrote it originally? Not that I would know, but
No, I honestly I am blanking on their name. It was, and they weren't even they
Taylor
didn't have a
Swift?
blue check. Yeah, imagine. No, they didn't even have a blue check by their name or anything. So I don't think it was a large creator.
Wow,
But
that's pretty.
I was
hope
scrolling
they're
on
getting
their
their
feed.
bag. I know.
I hope so too. I mean, they better.
I feel like Beyonce would give them their bag.
Well, I
Yeah.
mean, hopefully they're getting royalties and not just here's
Yeah.
$100 for your contribution.
I just think people are like, oh, Beyonce wrote this country song. It's like, no, she's just singing it.
Nah.
that's a
Yeah.
majority of songs now. Is
Yeah,
people
true.
don't really write their own stuff, which whatever.
True. I can align with that obsession. So
I mean, I like listening to the songs, but specifically, I've been singing
Pacifically.
it constantly.
I'm Pacifically.
Pacifically, I've been singing it constantly and trying to see if I can hit the low notes. So that's been fun. That's been fun for me. I've also there was another one, and where did it go?
Well, while you're thinking, how do you feel about the 16 Carriages song? Do we like that one or not as good?
Is that her other one? I haven't listened to
it's
it.
the
Yeah.
other one.
Okay.
I
Listen
haven't
to it
listened
and we'll
to it.
circle back.
Okay, I'd love that. Oh, I've been obsessed with my dog. That's it.
Oh, okay.
Daisy.
Yeah, that's it.
Daisy?
Sorry, that is not Meredith's dog's name. I don't know. I think in another
It's
life I
clearly
thought that you
Finn.
said that.
You probably heard me say baby.
Probably.
Like, hi, baby.
And then you're like, yeah, Daisy.
Yeah,
Even
that
though we
dog's
were
name is
literally
Daisy.
there when they decided they were going to go with Finn.
Also, it's a boy. Yeah.
Yeah,
Why
I
did
don't-
you say Daisy? I just don't understand how
I
it
don't
got
know.
there.
I'm sorry. No, Finn. So cute.
He is
Yeah.
so cute. He was like a perfect angel baby for a week. As you know, the honeymoon stage wears off. He is getting naughtier. He has pooped in the house a little bit more.
Eee.
But he's a baby. He's learning.
I'm just
and
a
it's-
baby.
Like
Okay.
now we know his sign. Like whenever he goes over to the door, he's not just hanging out. He knows he needs to go outside.
Okay, so
Maybe
he's
you
or
could
he'll-
put,
he's
maybe you
getting
could
it.
put a bell by the door and he can ring it.
So we did do that.
Oh, you did? Okay, good.
We did do that. I think the sound of it scares him. It is pretty shrill. So he never does it himself. I always have to grab his paw and do it when we go out or use his nose. and do it when he goes out.
Yeah.
But we're hoping that he'll catch on and do that himself. However, at this time, he has not done that. So we'll see. I will keep you posted on the training.
Okay.
That's actually
Maybe
very
you
cute.
could go into like dog training. Maybe you'll like develop this deep passion that you didn't know.
Yeah, I simply don't have the patience for dog training. Yesterday, I got a harness for him in the mail, and I wanted to just put it on him and like take him for a stroll, and he like hated it. And I was like,
Oh,
you can't force him to wear this, Meredith, or else he's never gonna like. You have to ease him into it, you know. But I just like am not patient. I want him to use it right now.
I would
So
feel the
anyways,
same way.
that's
I
really
mean,
funny.
honestly, unless you have a puppy, you don't realize how difficult actually a puppy can be, especially if they do what?
Yeah.
I'm just gonna quit. That was really uncomfortable. What I meant to say was pee and poop, but couldn't get my words
Yeah.
out.
I'm a big fan of getting a dog at this phase of pregnancy, though, because I'm so distracted that I'm not even like thinking about like how uncomfortable I am,
yeah,
or like I feel like I'm still am like counting down and looking forward to May, but it's not like right in the forefront of. It's not like all consuming, maybe like it was before. Now it's like, oh, I have this other like this is like a fun thing to like occupy my like brain.
So
space
what you're
with a little
saying
bit,
is
you
get
know?
a hobby. Is that what you're saying?
get a hobby. Yeah. Find another baby to take care of while you grow your baby.
right. Yeah, if you're new here, surprise.
Oh yeah, hey, we're
Meredith and
pregnant.
Casey are both pregnant.
Yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
what else to say other than that.
I mean, there's
but
not much else to
That's
say
it.
on
There's
that.
not much else. We're doing May.
We're doing May.
That's it.
We're like 2 weeks apart.
Yeah.
I'm still obsessed with that fact, but it's
I
I also am.
honestly, now that, you know, I've kind of come off my bender.
fine. right.
Now that you're not depressed.
Yeah.
Now that you're
It's
not,
fine.
Yeah.
second guessing.
See last episode to see depressed,
Yeah.
the most depressed
See
version
details.
of Casey that's ever existed.
Wait,
What?
I'm sorry. Someone just liked my video on TikTok, and it was Chelsea Cutler.
What?
Just liked my video on TikTok.
Was it a
Sorry, I
it
just
was
had a
not
moment.
One of
No,
our
I
reels,
just-
was it? It was your video.
What? It's not. Was it?
No, sorry, it was my video because I went to her concert and I tagged her. I'm sorry.
Oh.
Well, I don't care. I don't care.
I'm
If it's
sorry.
Disney,
I'm
I don't
sorry
care.
to. I
I'm just
know.
kidding. That is really cool.
I'm sorry. It was just my video.
That's really cool.
But how cool! Look. Oh, please.
Chelsea Cutler. Oh my gosh. Okay, that's very cool.
That's actually really cool. Okay, anyways.
Congratulations.
I'm sorry. Thank you. Thank you. Continue on.
So we talked about this a little bit already about, you know, Derek dying in Grey's Anatomy and how you're there, Kira. And yesterday I received a series of texts from you guys in our group chat
I know.
that I
Yeah.
really had no part of. And that happens, I think. I mean, honestly, I'm probably the worst at responding. I'll own that. That's on me. But yesterday, you guys both were at the part of Grey's Anatomy where Derek does pass away. And you guys decided that let's watch it together and let's text about it the entire time.
I know.
I will say we did just end up we stopped texting in the group chat. So we were
I assumed that you guys were probably
Yeah.
like, hey, maybe we should go somewhere else.
Yeah.
And, you
Yeah.
know, but I probably
So
got like
I-
10
I got to
text
this point-
messages yesterday. Like, oh my gosh, it's happening. Oh my gosh, this is
Yeah.
anyway. So just go ahead and walk me through how that experience happened.
Totally,
And all
sure.
of that.
So I got to this point in Grey's Anatomy where it's because if you're a Grey's Anatomy watcher, you know that he perishes, and you know that it's like spans a couple episodes. Like it's a story. So I was at the episode where he said goodbye to Meredith. They're at the front door, and he looks at her and he says, "Just wait." for me." I don't even know what wait for what. Like I don't really know. But he says like, just wait for
I
me.
know.
And then like they kiss goodbye and she says like, you know, I'll see you later. And that, because we've watched this before.
Right.
I know. Okay, that's the last time. And so it was in that moment, 10 minutes into that episode, it was in that moment where I decided to pause. And I haven't continued watching in probably 3 weeks because I just am not
Yeah.
emotionally in a place where I can watch that happen again. And also, I know that after Derek dies, the show kind of goes
I
downhill.
know.
Personally, I would say it goes
I
downhill.
would agree.
I couldn't agree more.
Like even so then yesterday when Kiera texted and was like, oh my gosh, I'm on this episode, like they just said goodbye, and I was like, okay, I'll pick up and I'll start watching it again too, so we're watching this same episode together. And even in that episode there's like someone like gets their penis cut off or something. And
What?
Noah
Yeah,
like
no,
overheard
legit.
and he was like, what is this
I
show? Like this
know.
show is so dumb.
I know. Like twice he got it cut off.
Because he got it cut off twice
By two different
because
women.
Once it was his wife that cut it off because he was cheating, and then he went
Oh.
back to his wife at the end, and then the mistress cut it off because she, you know,
Right.
So the one of the doctors like chasing her down, like, give me back that penis, and it's like,
What a weird
this
episode to
show?
come
gosh.
into.
It was a weird episode to come into. So, anyways, Kiera, have you watched the next episode
No,
yet? I have not watched the
haven't.
next
I'm
episode
scared.
yet.
So good. So we're on episode 20. So for reference, you know, Grey's Anatomy is like so long. So we're probably halfway, like season 11, and I think there's at least 20. So we're about halfway.
I think so.
And
yeah.
I did not realize that was the point. I knew that I was close to getting to where Derek died, but I didn't know where. And then when you said this is where I stopped this episode, I was like, actually, okay, that's good to know because that's where I'm at. I didn't know how, like, where I should be prepared for this. And so I haven't even done the next episode because I'm like, I have to do this a day at a time because I know that I'm going to cry. And I cannot weep how I weeped the first time. Even though I know it's happening. I mean, someone thought I actually...
We've talked about this before where like we literally... I heard you crying through the wall and went to check on you because I thought like your parents died or something.
Yeah, they were like, who died? And I'm like,
Derek Shepherd.
Derek. And they're like, who's Derek? And I'm like, oh, like in Grey's. And they're like, oh,
fictional
okay.
character.
And then all of the remorse was gone. I wasn't there at the time, but Mare took a video of Kiera bawling.
Oh, yeah. Actually,
That-
we need to bring that back to life. Like, I don't want it
so
to, but I think
grateful
we
that
need
you
it
took
to.
that video, Mare, because it
Yeah.
is so
No, I think
funny.
I showed you guys on here, but we need to post that on
Yeah.
the thing. Yeah.
On the things.
On the things,
Instagram.
yes. That is, it's so funny.
Yeah. I'm not.
And she's just weeping, and there's like black mascara like rolling down her cheeks. So
And
good.
I even knew it was coming at some point, but I think the first time I had no reference point. This time I'm like, okay, I know how and where and what. But I will say now, knowing that he dies, like, especially this season, there's so many like little one-liners that like point to him dying, and I'm like,
Totally.
like it's kind of heartbreaking to like see the
Yeah.
thread. It's like they're preparing
Well,
you.
even Amelia's speech
Yeah.
in this episode, like Amelia has this speech to Meredith. It's like, you don't know what it's like to like hold the body of the person you loved in your arms.
Yeah.
And it's like, well, he's like at this point, isn't
And
he
I'm
dead?
like, I
But you don't know
think
that
she
he's dead
will
yet.
know that soon, unfortunately.
Yeah.
And like,
Also hate Amelia.
I
but
know, I
go
know.
through
She's
go
so
through
annoying.
phases with her where like some episodes I'm like, go you, like I'm so proud of the progress you made, and then I'm like, okay, shut up. And isn't it crazy how like she literally was a drug addict, but she can still be like a brain surgeon?
Yeah,
Can we just
that's-
talk about that? Doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
She's overcome so
I-
much.
like, It's not actually realistic. I mean, maybe, I don't know. I'm
I
not
don't
a
know.
drug
Maybe
user.
I don't
I'm not-
know.
I don't know. Maybe it
Maybe.
is. But I feel like you would definitely lose your board certification, wouldn't you?
I don't
No,
know.
absolutely.
I don't
That
know.
there's a lot of things in this show. I'm like,
So
that's not
if you are an
possible.
ex drug addict turned brain surgeon / were a brain surgeon previously, and you've had this experience, can you please reach
Hit
out
us
to
up.
us and let us know?
Please send us an
Right.
email. We love emails.
please let us know. It's been foreverpod@gmail.com.
Also, we didn't read an
No,
email.
and
We were
that's
gonna read
funny.
an
We
email.
forgot to read an email. So okay, we're gonna read an email now.
Oh,
we're
well,
gonna read
yeah.
an email now.
Okay, we're gonna read an email now.
We got
Read
two.
it.
We went off trail with all of these obsessions, and then
We really did.
We just
oh my
are so
gosh.
obsessed with obsessions.
Yeah.
Yes. So we do have an email. Typically, we do it at the beginning of the episode, but we thought we'd switch it around this episode.
Slash
we
forgot.
forgot until right now. I'm
Um,
not even gonna pretend like we're like.
I'm crying.
No,
I was
we
gonna
forgot.
pretend, but okay.
I know she winked at us. Like,
No.
like,
Screw that.
you know what? Nah.
And I was like, nah.
The thing is, I'm winking at myself right now because I don't.
Oh, that's so funny.
I'm sorry, I'm crying.
Okay. Anyway.
Okay, so yes, if you're new here, our email is itsbeenforeverpod@gmail.com. We just love to read listener emails. And today we have one from one of our very good friends who we went to college with at Heston. And
now she's
her
my
name is-
neighbor and lives 5 minutes from me. Whoop, whoop, whoop.
There we go.
What up,
So
Allie?
crazy, actually. That is kind
It
of
really
wild
is.
how like
it really is.
that all worked out. So Allie Roth, I still want to say Allie Jancy, and that's her maiden name, and that's literally not her name anymore.
Yeah.
But she wrote us an email, so I'm gonna read it, and we're gonna do a live reaction with Casey and Mare.
Can't wait.
But yeah, so we were 1 year, right? We were 1 year apart
Yeah,
at
she's
Heston.
a year.
So
she's a year younger than us.
a year younger. So technically, we only went to college 1 year together. But we lived on the same floor, just became friends. So this is what Allie says. She says, "Hey, lovely ladies, just your number one fan here. It's literally been forever." Nice.
Nice.
Actually,
I love that.
Nice. I'm going to just list some memories I have with each of you, if that's okay. If it's not, I'm
Aw.
doing it anyway.
Yes. Good.
Oh,
Good.
Okay,
Do it
I
anyway.
love
Do it
that.
anyway. Who
Okay,
cares?
so
There's
she
no
starts
rules.
off with me.
Okay.
Kiera, can't believe it's been like 7 years since we lived together with Wyatt, not my husband Wyatt,
That's
over the
so
summer, and you had a
funny.
major crush on him.
forgot.
Way to put that in there.
Yeah.
Explain Wyatt.
Okay, so
I feel like we've maybe talked about him before, but let's talk about
we
him.
maybe
He's the
have.
He's the
pizza guy.
pizza
We
guy.
talked
Pizza
about
guy.
him.
Pizza
Like
guy.
pizza
Yeah,
thing.
yeah, I think we've talked about him. But okay, to catch you guys up. So the summer after I graduated and after they like finished their freshman year, me, Allie, who's writing in, and then our friend Wyatt all lived together in a house in Heston College and like all just like worked there in Heston. And so the three of us lived in a house together. And honestly, some of the most funnest, randomest memories are like with those three, just coming home and like binging New Girl, like going out to Sonic, getting dinner, bringing it back to our little, it was almost like a little apartment because it was like 2 rooms. So me and Allie lived in one, and then Wyatt obviously, and then we had like a little like living space. So it wasn't huge, wasn't crazy, but it was so cheap and so affordable, and we all like were living there, working there. And so the three of us were like, yeah, let's like get a place together so we can literally live together.
Yeah.
She did say I had a major crush on him, which is true. I did. He is gay, so that, you know, obviously
It wasn't. So
That
you're saying it wasn't
obviously-
reciprocated, is what you're
it wasn't
saying.
reciprocated.
No.
I was like, hey, I like you, and he's like, hey, I like guys, and I was like, all right,
I'm gay.
good to know. Good to know.
Thank you for your
Love you,
honesty.
Wyatt. It's. I mean, it is
So
so funny. We
funny.
still have a pact though. We just bumped it up to 40. But if we're not married, if at that point, if we were like, if we're not married by 30, we were gonna marry each other and just like deal
but
with it.
But we're bumping it up to 40.
We're bumping it up.
Okay.
30 is in the near future, so we're going to 40. So we said, okay, all right, if we're not married by 40, we'll get
Oh,
married.
I'm dead. That's so funny. Oh my
So
gosh.
anyways, it's just funny. He came and visited me last year, and that was one of his Instagram captions. He's like, I'm glad that we bumped our like marriage,
Very
you know,
back
deal to pack to 40. And I'm like,
up.
that's
Oh, that's so
actually
good.
hilarious. So anyways, then she says, remember going to Pentatonics and how we drove back from Kansas City to make it back in time for class the next morning. We didn't get back until 3 a.m. I drove since we all know you aren't the best night driver.
Yes.
She knows.
Allie knows. We drove my mom's truck and almost paid some guys in a sketchy place to let us park the truck there.
Oh
We
my
both got
gosh.
bad vibes and decided against it. 100% wouldn't have had a truck to come
Oh,
back
yeah.
to, which is true. And I do remember that. We literally were like, I think we're running late, and we were like, no one's in this lot, but it was like sketchy. It was so sketchy. And we were
Yeah.
like, do we just do it? Last minute, we're like, let's not. This is also like not your
Yeah.
truck. So
Good
Yeah.
choice.
we decided
Proud of
against
you
it.
guys for making
Thank
a
you.
good
Thank
decision.
you. She's
Yeah.
also so right. I can't drive at night. So thank you for taking
Yeah.
taking that. Do appreciate that. She says also it was me that went to the Tulip Fest with you. I heard my name briefly, and then you guys changed the subject, but I count it, and now I'm famous and mentioned on the podcast.
She came to Tulip
She
Festival?
did. So we
Funny.
went together that same summer.
Oh,
Wait,
okay.
no,
was
that
okay.
wouldn't have made sense. Maybe it
Oh.
was the next summer because I guess I was
Oh
in
yeah,
at
that wouldn't have made
Northwestern
sense.
yet.
We weren't at Northwestern yet. Maybe she came up that.
Oh my gosh. Was I
Was
there?
it
I think I
after we
remember this.
graduated? Maybe. Allie, help us out on the timeline because
Help us out. Was
I
it
forget which
because I
year.
remember?
I can
Oh, no,
I
I'm
can
thinking of
guarantee you
Bride.
that I
Just
wasn't there. Let's just make that
no,
Yeah.
clear.
I don't think either of you guys were there. I think it was just
No.
the two of
So
us.
Allie just came to visit.
She came to visit, and we ended up going to two. It must have been after our junior year. It must have been.
Allie will remember. She doesn't forget.
Allie,
She
help
doesn't
us
forget
out.
She'll
stuff.
remember.
She'll remember.
But I do remember it being fun, and it was with you. She also says,
I love that.
"P.S.
Aw.
Pink carpet stain." LOL. Just an inside joke from college.
I'm dead. I'm literally dead. If you
But
want
it's
to
worth
know a
mentioning.
little bit more about that, you can ask us individually, but
Yeah. Email the pod.
probably not gonna.
Unless you're on.
We're not going to describe that.
Yeah, Mom, don't ask. Don't ask.
Mom, just don't.
Mom, don't ask.
Don't ask. Okay, then we move on to Mare.
I don't know if I can.
I'm
I don't know
actually
if I can
scared
quite
for
move on
this.
yet. I need to laugh.
Let it out. Let it out.
Okay, I'm ready.
Okay. Mare, you were my RA at Heston for a semester.
Oh,
and it was
LOL.
literally a blast.
I was. Who was your roommate?
Wait, she lived on your wing?
She,
Allie,
yes,
stop.
she lived
Don't
on
get
my
mad.
wing.
Allie, don't get
Stop.
mad.
Yeah,
I
Don't
can
get
hear-
mad.
I literally
don't
hear
remember
you
like
getting
anything.
mad. I don't remember literally anything either, so don't be upset.
Wait, who was she roommates
Who
with
was
though?
her room? Was her roommate Morgan?
Allie?
Maybe.
I think.
Someone text her real quick while I finish this.
I don't know. Anyways,
I'm texting,
okay.
I'm texting,
it's
texting Allie
vaguely
right
coming
now.
back to
Yeah,
me.
text her right now.
Yeah, okay.
Regardless, Mare, surprise, you were her RA.
okay. Great.
Uh-huh.
Awesome.
She says, I was only in your mod for... Oh, never mind. She explains it. Okay.
Wait, should I send
I
this
was-
text or not?
No, still send it.
Okay.
Still send it. Yeah.
She says, I was only in your mod for a semester because my first semester roomie hated me and moved out while I was freaking sleeping because I worked the night shift the night before. I would always borrow your clothes. I vividly remember having one of my heart palpitation episodes in your dorm room. Probably almost died.
What the frick, Allie?
Why do I
What
not
the
remember
frick?
that? Heart
Heart
palpitations
palpitations
in my room? Was I there?
She said Janelle was great, but it was the worst.
Here's what happened. Janelle was in my mod. It was Janelle and Tori.
Okay.
And then Tori moved in with Morgan. So she moved out of my mod and Allie moved in.
Oh.
So it was but it was not like Allie and initially in my mod.
That- she lived in a
Got you.
different...
They were somewhere else.
Okay.
It's coming. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's what happened. I think it was second semester she was in. She can verify that, but I'm pretty sure because I was never in. I don't think so. Sorry.
No,
If I
no.
don't
She
remember
said
that, but I
first
don't
semester
think-
is when she roomed with Stella. So then she probably second
Yes.
semester came
She moved in
with
with
Janelle.
Yes.
I mean,
She
I
said,
blame it on all of that.
I said, we're reading your email and dying. And she goes, I'm glad that you like it.
I love it.
Well, a live reaction
Oh.
to our.
I'm sorry. I
live
don't remember
reaction.
you having a heart palpitation in my room. If I was there, sorry. If I wasn't there, sorry I wasn't there for
I
you.
know.
Either way, sorry.
Either way, so sorry. That does sound really not good. Because she
Not
says, well, she said probably almost died. Okay, I hope not. I'm glad we're still together now. But she says it was fun to become closer friends at the end of freshman year, but wish we had that whole year to be closer. Still loved my time with you. Heart.
Aw.
Heart.
I did just text Allie and say,
Thanks,
we're
Allie.
sorry we didn't remember you had heart palpitations. So we'll see what she says.
That's
She'll probably be like, it's fine. You just wanted me to die.
Honestly,
Oh my
guys,
gosh.
being an RA, I blocked so much stuff out.
Yeah.
There was so much crap that happened.
Ugh.
Like, it
I don't
just
remember
was so
anything.
much more like taking care of people that
Yeah.
I
Than you
anticipated.
yeah.
And like I just couldn't handle it. Like I did not have the capacity to take on so much of other people's
Humans.
stuff.
Yeah.
So I think I honestly blocked a lot of it out.
that's fair.
That's so funny. Thank the good Lord that I was not an RA.
Yeah.
I know.
It was
Case was
not
just
fun.
living her best life.
I
over there in
loved
the
having my
corner.
own room.
I was like, I don't
Loved
need to
having my own
worry
room.
about
Same.
anyone but myself.
Kiera was an amazing RA.
Yeah, but she was annoying.
actually-
She wouldn't
she,
hang out
like,
with me.
I know she
I-
wouldn't hang out with her friends.
I
She was
know.
hanging
She
out
was
with
like, I need to be
her
a good
mom.
RA.
I know.
I'm like,
I know. I
ugh.
always was like, I need to be a good RA, and you're like, okay, but like, what about a good friend?
I know. I was like,
I know.
Kira, let me know when you're done being a done being a good RA so that we can hang out again.
I know.
That
No,
was-
literally, I do regret that a little bit because I mean, my
I
people were
regret that.
fine.
I regret
Well,
it.
and like
They were
no, I'm
fine.
sure they look back though and are like, oh wow, I had a really great RA. Yeah.
They're probably proud of you.
So that's great.
I hope so.
and
but-
we're still friends.
Eh,
so
that's
it's
true.
fine.
I mean, this
Barely.
podcast
Oh
is-
my gosh, I almost didn't survive it.
please, please. I will say
I'm
the
neglected.
alone room was nice.
The alone,
I-
the alone room.
nice.
Yeah.
the alone room, solo room. That was nice, but
Very nice. 2 closets.
Mm.
I miss that. Honestly, bigger than the room that I have now, so that's unfortunate.
Sad.
And huge window. Oh, man, those dorm
Oh.
rooms are nice.
Oh,
Window.
don't even.
Love
we
that
had it. We
window.
had it good.
yeah, we really did.
Okay.
All right, what's Casey's
Yeah, Casey.
paragraph?
Okay.
Okay.
She says, Casey, in college we weren't all that close until the end of freshman year
Fair.
when we started hanging out more.
True.
I remember when we all went to Club Rodeo, see picture attached, and danced
She
the night
attached
away.
a photo? No way.
She did. She attached a lot of photos, so you'll have to dig through and look at them. I know.
Oh, you guys, Allie said it's okay that we didn't know that she had heart palpitations. She said my heart rate was like 200 plus before
Oh
I got
my
diagnosed with my
gosh.
thyroid issues. Allie,
Oh my gosh.
sorry.
Okay, so like literally not
oh my
good.
Gosh.
That's too much. I'm sorry, Allie. We really love you. Promise.
My word.
She says you and Bryce were Wyatt's besties, and I'm so thankful for that. But you guys now are closest friends. I'm so thankful that you live in
Aw.
Oregon and now in the same town as us.
Same.
Blessed to
Same.
listen to your heavenly voice sing at church. And we have so much fun when you come over for dinner and game nights.
Yes.
That's so cute that you guys like see
I
each
know.
other on
I
the
know.
reg.
I really love
I'm
that.
actually obsessed with it.
That's really
I
cute.
love it.
And now like all your kids can like be friends and
I
stuff.
know. I know.
That's cute.
I know.
I know.
It's fun. Like we'll take turns making dinner, and so like we'll either take it over to them or they'll make dinner, and then we go over and we just hang out.
Ah,
and it's
that's
so much.
really
We have so
sweet.
much fun. We have so.
that
much
is the cutest. That's like the cutest relationship to come out of Heston.
know.
Actually, is like
I know.
you guys moving to Oregon and like living
Uh-huh.
next to each other.
I know.
She does like wrap it up and she says, "I hope this podcast continues for 20 seasons."
Wow,
I
just like
listen
Grey's
every
Anatomy.
time.
Thank
Just
you.
like 50 years later. She says, "I listen every time I'm in the car and laugh so hard thinking about you guys doing the things in your stories. Love you all, and let's make it not be forever until we see each other again. I've had 2 whole kids." XOXO
Super
Allie.
true.
So funny.
She has had 2 whole
I've had
kids.
2
That's
whole
so
kids.
funny.
That is
That's
wild.
really funny.
I
I mean,
all these pictures are sweet. We'll
I
have to post these
know.
Okay,
pictures.
hold on. Let me see the pictures.
Yeah.
She has one of her, like one of each of us with her, and then one of like us at Club Rodeo.
Aw.
I know. So
This
For
is
reference
so
to-
thoughtful.
But
Oh, so that
For
vertical
reference
picture of you and
to-
Allie is like Kira has me dead. The grainy black and
Which
white.
one?
Like,
Oh,
get
I
outta
know.
here.
Right.
I know. What is that, like Snapchat filter or something? No, I was gonna say for reference, Club Rodeo was like our
Oh,
one
yeah.
and only like place to like go out and like dance
honestly,
on the
guys,
weekends.
so fun.
But it was so fun. It was like a country. I mean,
Two-step?
two-stepping club, I
Yeah.
guess you could say. But
Yeah.
like you could go
they
in.
would have like line dances,
Yeah.
and then like guys come up to you and ask you to dance, and they like swing you around. And
I
like,
had so many
I
fun
don't know, it just was
memories
so fun.
there.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And this photo that she attached, we'll show you guys, but we looked like we're children, which I guess we were like
I know.
18, 19 at the time.
Also,
and like
all
you
our
could,
eyes are like glowing, creepy.
I know the
eyes.
flash is a little.
Why's
also, I'm not
Wyatt's
in that
in there.
picture, and
Oh, wait,
so
you're
I
not?
feel sad.
Where are you?
Yeah.
No,
You know,
I'm not there, but Naomi is there. Naomi didn't even go there.
Okay,
What?
I
What is
literally
Naomi
love. So
doing?
Naomi is always at the most pivotal points in my life. Like anytime I have a major life event, you can bet
Naomi's
Naomi's going to
there.
be in a photo somewhere.
Oh,
But
actually makes
the
me
amazing
laugh so
part
hard.
about it is that Naomi and I have like no photos together. However, whenever there's a group photo of like a huge monumental life event, she's in it.
She's there.
So you guys know
Aw.
when we went to the cabin? She's in
Yeah.
that photo.
She's
in
there.
that
Oh,
photo.
wait, for real?
She's
Yes!
in that photo. Yes.
She's in that photo.
the one that's the puzzle.
Yep. That
Yeah.
got stolen.
That
So
picture.
sad.
Yeah.
But that was
Wow.
I
Oh my
know.
gosh.
I know. We'll have to talk about that another
Casey
time.
had, I think we've said this, Casey had all of her wedding gifts stolen.
Yeah, it's kind of a big
They were,
story.
like, in a
we'll
trailer.
talk. We can talk about it.
We'll
another
talk
time.
about it. Yeah.
But yeah.
Anyways.
So
Oh my
Allie,
gosh.
thank you for this email. So
yeah,
fun.
thank you, Allie.
Thank
That
you.
was
that was really fun.
that was really cute what you said and going down memory lane. She actually she titles it Mems,
I love
Mems.
which is true. We've known you for a long time now.
it. We really have.
Can I share a Club Rodeo story?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
Do we-
I don't feel like this is an incriminating story for me. I feel like I would share this.
Is it incriminating
with
for
people
me?
now.
Who's it incriminating for?
No.
Probably for me, if anything.
No, it's no. So
I almost got
Okay.
kicked out once. You guys remember that?
no, this is the story I'm telling. I almost got kicked out, or I did get kicked out.
okay.
So we were in line, and if you're under 21, they give you an X on your
Which,
hand.
when we post
so,
this
like,
photo, you'll see a bunch of
yes,
X's on our
you'll
hands.
see the X's on our hands. If you're over 21, they give you a wristband. So
Yeah.
I showed my ID, Pennsylvania ID, because I'm from Pennsylvania, and they mistakenly give me a wristband.
Oh,
I was like, I was like 20. This is when we were at Northwestern, but we came back for Thanksgiving and we stayed with Jasanda's parents.
Oh, yeah.
So we went to Club Rodeo. They gave me a 21 wristband, and I was like, well, I'm gonna try it.
right.
Like,
Yeah.
I'm gonna go to the bar and try and get a drink if they gave me a wristband.
I
So I went to the bar, and but I didn't know what to order. 'cause
No.
I didn't
You're
really
like,
know. So I was like, I remember I asked, I think it was Jordan. We went with like
Oh
Jordan
my
and Clay.
gosh.
And I asked Jordan, I was like, Jordan, what do I order? And he was like, just get a Captain and Coke. That's what everyone gets. So I was like, okay. So I walked up to the bar and I was like, yeah, can I have a Captain and Coke? Like trying to be really like chill. And I slid my debit card and he grabbed it, and the bartender grabbed it and was like, yeah, can I see your ID too?
No.
And I was like, oh yeah, my friend has it. Let me go grab it quick. And I grabbed my debit card out of his hand and ran away.
Good.
And so then I went to the other. There was like on the other side of the dance
You
floor.
tried
there was
again.
another bar.
You tried again.
So I went over there.
Oh.
Yes, I was like, I'm gonna go to another bartender. Like I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna accomplish this.
Right.
So I went over. Except this time it was a lady, and I said, "Can I have a Captain Coke?" And I slid my debit card, and she was like, "Yeah, can I see your ID?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, my friend has it. Let me go grab it." And I went to grab my card, and she was like, "I'm gonna hold on to this until you bring your ID." And my heart, like when I tell you,
I
I
can't.
almost threw up.
I'm scared
It
right
was-
now.
I was so nervous. I went. Was it you guys or Jordan or someone? I went and I was like, what the heck do I do?
Right.
I'm panicking. I'm sweating. And so the only thing I can think of is just come clean and just, you know what I mean? Like I didn't
at that
technically
point.
do anything wrong.
Yeah.
So I walked up and I was like, okay, I don't like, here's my ID. I'm not 21, but they gave me a wristband. And she was like, okay, come with me. And so,
Oh my
Where
goodness,
did I
I'm sweating. I'm
remember
sweating
this?
listening to this story. I'm sweating.
oh
I'm
yeah,
sweating.
I'm sweating reliving it. And so we walked outside, like to the front where the like bouncer was, like
Yeah.
who checked my ID. And the manager comes out and he starts like bending my card, being like, this is the fakest ID. Like this is so fake. And he looks in, he has like a booklet of like
No.
IDs to see like how to catch fakes based on states. And he was like I forget the exact number, but he was like, your ID only has 7, like your driver's license number only has 7 numbers and every license has 8. And I was like, okay, well, why would I have a fake ID that says I'm 20?
Right. Like this makes no sense.
I was like, here's what happened. Literally, I walked up, showed my ID. They gave me a wristband. Like that's
Right.
It was just an honest mistake.
Like, did
And
I
I thought,
correct
like,
it in
I
that
would try-
moment? No, but like that's your
Right.
guys' fault.
But I was like, if you're gonna give me a band, I'm gonna try it.
Right.
But I was like, basically, which maybe was not a good mentality. But I was like, this is your fault.
You're the one that gave me the wristband.
You asked me to do this. That's what you're asking.
Honestly, and I was like, I was like, you have this book here, like look it up. Like this is what a Pennsylvania driver's license looks like.
Right.
And so they did, and then so basically I did not get in trouble, but I did have to repay the $20 entry fee to get back in.
Oh.
And then I
almost
got an
worst.
X on my hand. So I paid $40 to not drink and to dance.
I
Oh,
cannot.
that's
But
so
that's my one
Funny.
story about like, ooh, I almost got caught, you know?
yeah.
Mary, you're so crazy. Such
I'm
a rebel.
crazy like that, guys.
Oh my
So anyways,
gosh.
that's my club rodeo story.
I have one. This is gonna kind of out me too, but I think I was an RA at the time, and I had someone staying over with me because I was like also an ambassador. I was like giving them a tour. I won't say their name for the sake of their privacy, but it was someone that I knew, her little sister. And, you know, it's a Saturday night. That's what you do because there's nothing else to do.
Yes.
We're not drinking or whatever, but we are going to go dance and have a good time. So I'm like, listen, let's go to Club Rodeo with this girl's daughter
Yeah.
who, you know, I think at that point she was probably in high school. Anyway, so we take her. We had a good time. Nothing happened.
Wait, can you say her name? I'll block it out, but I want to know who
Yeah,
it is.
it was sister. I can't remember her name.
Okay, yes.
I just remember like we had a good time, came back at the end. I was like, yeah, what'd you think of the weekend? Because that wasn't obviously the only thing we did, but it was kind of memorable because, you know, not Coyote Joe's. What is it called? Club Rodeo. Sorry.
What?
We have one here. I know. We have
What?
one here called Coyote Joe's.
Okay.
And it's
No, you can't keep getting confused with other
I'm
names. that are-
sorry. I'm sorry.
Yunka?
Yeah.
So you live in a
Yunka
city,
and-
you have to
know.
to differentiate.
I know.
Anyways,
Club
Coyote
Rodeo.
Ugly? What was it
Shut
again? I
up.
don't
I thought
remember.
that too.
Coyote Joe. Okay, anyways, at the end she was like, yeah, I had a great weekend. And then I just remember the sister being like, yeah, so I heard you took my sister to the clubs, essentially is what it sounded like. And I was like, yes, but I mean, like we were just going to dance and have a good time. Like we were not drinking, we were not doing anything. We were just having, and she kind of got mad at me. And then I learned my lesson that I'm like, I'm not going to do that again. I'm not going to, anyone that's staying over the weekend, I guess Saturday night, we're just watching TV in my dorm room because
Okay. Well, was it at the end of the school year? Was it towards the end of the school year?
I'm
honestly
sure
don't
it was because
remember.
first
'Cause
semester
I
Kara
vaguely-
would not have done that.
No, I vaguely
Oh.
remember this being like, okay, but this is like one of the last weekends that I have, and I want to go.
Oh, okay.
bet you
Maybe
that's what it
And so
was.
I'm gonna we're going, you know.
Yeah.
Which maybe that, but in my head that
That makes sense.
And
And I
Yeah.
probably
You
told
know?
you, Kara, don't worry about it. Like it doesn't matter. Don't
Right.
worry about
And it's
it.
probably like everyone's going, so I'm like, I
Yeah.
have to go.
Yeah.
Like if all my friends. Also, what else am I going to do with her? You know what I mean? Like if everyone's
Yeah.
not here,
climb
that's
climb
not fun.
buildings.
Yeah, climb
Yeah.
buildings, break my ankles,
climb the
like
grain
that's not-
elevator. Yeah.
that's not fun. So, anyways, I learned my lesson, but it was still fun. Still loved that place.
Well,
Club
since we're telling
rodeo. So
incriminating
fun.
stories, I'll just tell the one about myself too, just so that we're all
Yes.
Say it,
Guys, I think this is just our mayor brings down the mood.
Mom.
This is all right.
Alright, yeah. Mom, stop listening right now.
Yeah,
Just don't
sorry,
listen.
moms.
Nieces, don't listen. Just
Turn it off.
don't do what I did, okay?
Casey
Anyway.
learned her lesson.
So I had X's on my hand because obviously I was not over 21. This is not a tip, so don't take this as a tip. But if you ever put hand sanitizer on the back of your hands after a fresh Sharpie and rub your Sharpie together with the hand sanitizer, it comes off. That's all I'm going to say. Anyway, so I did that immediately after getting the X's, and you could barely see my X's anymore. And someone offered to buy me a drink, and I didn't say no. That's rude.
Why would
You were
you?
like,
They
That's
offered.
rude.
absolutely.
That's like
offered.
rude. Like
Yeah.
like, that's like someone
Like, you
offering
can't-
to
you
buy me a
can't turn that
coffee. What am I going
down.
to say? No.
Like, sorry,
Yeah.
I'm going to buy my own. No, you
No,
accept that.
I'm going to accept it. And LOL, it was. I'm not going to say who this person was, but someone from like home, like back from K Town,
It's just,
offered to
That
buy me
bought-
a drink.
that bought you a drink. I bet you felt so cool.
And I think someone else gave me like I think I had a couple drinks.
Do you want to out yourself like that?
Not really.
I
don't really
this.
love this, but it is what it is.
But I mean, we're all doing it.
yeah, we're all
so-
doing it. I feel like I have to be
Sorry,
even.
moms.
Sorry.
This was back in our early
Honestly,
20s.
If you didn't think this was gonna happen though,
Yeah, what? Also, look at us now. We were
And it
not.
could have been
I know, we
so
were
such
much
good
worse.
kids.
Like we're talking like we're like big party animals. We were
I
not.
know.
It was also the one place to go. It was like,
Yeah.
we could
Like,
have
it's fine.
been doing a lot of other things.
We weren't like doing cocaine in the bathroom.
No.
You know what I mean? Like
We were just trying to learn
Thank you
how to
for
dance.
supporting me,
really.
you guys. Thank you for supporting me.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
I
Yes.
knew how to dance. I was mostly concerned about you guys, but anyway.
Oh, thank you. I was gonna say from the Mennonite dancing to two-stepping at Club Rodeo, that was a big jump for me, and my world was open.
I actually had. I mean, maybe they were just like hitting on me, but guys were like, "You're good at this," and I was like, "Yeah, I know. I'm a dancer."
Oh, gross.
I can't.
Gross.
Yeah, I've been told that before.
Ugh.
Anyways,
Honestly,
Casey, continue.
my favorite
Sorry.
part about Club Rodeo is when they stopped playing the country music and the huge like disco all came down in the center and
Yep.
we listened to just like normal music.
Yeah.
That was my favorite part. Anyway,
Actually, I kind of miss that. Should we
that
like?
was the best
Should we
part.
go back? I bet you now, as like upper 20-year-olds, it's gonna be so like
Oh, I
not
would be
exciting.
like, this is so embarrassing. Ew, I
Oh
can't
my
believe
gosh,
I did
I am
this.
vaguely remembering. Am I remembering a bull in the corner?
Yeah,
like a
no,
there was a
live
bull.
mechanical
rodeos.
bull.
Yeah, there was a mechanical bull, but there was also live bull riding.
They would have live rodeos. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
They had concerts. I always saw Big and Rich there.
Oh, really?
Oh.
Yeah, I got their sweat towel. It's in my bathroom right now. It's our hand towel.
You're
Yeah.
joking.
What? You kept
Not
that
at
all
all.
those years later?
Oh, I kept it. I mean, I washed
my
it,
word,
but it was a nice
that's so
towel. It was like a
funny.
Target brand towel. I'm using it.
I
Okay, let me finish the story
Cannot
so I can get it
remember
off my
Anyways,
chest.
yes, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, get it off.
Keep going.
Anyway, so I rubbed the X's
Drinks.
off and I had a couple drinks and I'm acting like totally normal. Like it's not like anything's crazy. However, someone spotted me. I don't know if someone snitched or if I got caught by a
No.
guard, and not even a security guard. I don't remember. But then they walked me outside. But I decided to take this stance of complete confidence that I did nothing wrong.
Okay.
I don't know what came over me, but they were like, I think they asked me a couple questions and I didn't lie, but I didn't tell the truth. You know what I mean? Like those were the
Right.
answers
Yeah.
that I was giving.
Right.
Yeah.
And they're like, do you have X's on your hand? I'm like, yeah. Yeah, I have X's on my hand.
Like
like
I went to the
what are you
bathroom and
trying
washed
to-
my hands.
I washed
so
my
they came
hands.
off
I was like,
kind of.
yeah, exactly. I gave those kind of answers.
Yes.
I said nothing to incriminate myself. And they had nothing on me besides the fact that they said someone saw you. And I'm like,
yeah.
okay, well, I'm sorry. I think I said something like that. Ugh.
So sorry. So sorry.
I love that.
I was just like,
That's so
on
good.
one. But whatever. So the guy was like, okay, just we don't want to see this happening again. I'm like, see what type of vibe?
I don't know what
That's
you're
so
talking about.
funny.
They
sir.
put the biggest, blackest X's on my hand.
They're like, this is going to
like-
take forever
They
to rub
literally
Covered
off.
up your
went
whole
over one
hand.
direction like 4 times, and they
Oh my
were
gosh.
massive. I think I woke up the next day with like like an X on your face type of thing.
Yeah,
Like on your
probably.
face, yeah. Oh, that's so
and they let me
funny.
go back inside, but I was
I love
very
that.
close to getting kicked out, and I don't know where that
Yeah.
confidence came from. But yeah,
I love that. That confidence it's a self-preservation strategy. It really is.
Oh.
You're like, I'm not getting in trouble. I'm digging my heels
and also
in.
like the night was still fairly youngish, and if I get kicked out, I
Yeah.
have to go wait in the car while all of my friends are inside, and I'm
Yeah, I was
not-
going to say.
I'm
Yeah.
not
Because we
getting
would
kicked
go at
out.
like 11 p.m. to like
we
2
would
a.m.
be, yeah, we would be there for
Oh,
a
yeah.
minute.
You shut down the place.
Yes. Like I
But
remember
leave
just
before
standing
the
there
lights
when they turn on
but
the
leave
lights.
before the lights go on. Oh, yuck.
Yeah, that was. The
Oh no, I
worst.
remember standing
When
there.
you see
and then-
people
yeah, you're like,
that
oh,
you're flirting with, like
I
in
need it to
the
be dark.
actual light. You're like, nah.
Yeah, that's a good memory
Man,
though. Oh my
anyway.
What a
gosh.
time!
What a
That
time.
literally feels like a lifetime ago.
No, it does, and it kind of was
It's crazy.
crazy.
I mean,
it really
it's been
was.
like 8 years.
different people now.
It's been like 8
Yeah.
years, maybe more.
I mean, just think if we went freshman year when we were like 18, 19,
Yeah.
that's like, yeah, 8, 9, 10 years. That's
Guys,
crazy.
Kira, did you say this last time? In 13 years, we'll be 40.
No,
Ew,
remember,
did I?
Remember, I tried to say some big old thing about like by the year 20, boo, 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 and I was so dead
Oh,
wrong, and then I
yeah.
was embarrassed, and then I,
do
was like,
remember that.
"Okay, can I change everything that I've ever said
Yeah,
and not bring it up again?"
Yeah, I don't like that.
I don't like that. We'll also have like an 8th
Sorry.
grader, Casey.
Ew.
Don't say that. I don't actually care for
Isn't
that.
that
Mm-mm.
wild?
You-
I don't care for
You
that.
guys were just in 8th grade, so
We're gonna have kids that like maybe will be like dating, or not dating, because I don't want.
Well,
my
if they're
kid to
like
date in 8th
you,
grade,
your
but-
kid's already going to be dating in like first grade.
Shut up.
out the womb.
I'm even being nice
Feral-
and saying
a
that they're
feral
not dating in
child
kindergarten.
Running around kissing boys
Yeah.
on the playground.
First day of birth,
Who-
you're like, we have
who
to get
even
her
did
first
that?
kiss. Imagine.
My mom actually, so my parents are moving. I think I told you guys
Yeah.
this. My mom is like cleaning out like all the closets and stuff, and she found stuff from like when I was in elementary school, and there's notes that I have that say like I love Ryan.
Wow.
I love
Stop.
like all these little boys I used to like run around and like kiss on the playground that I was like, no mom, I love them. And she's like, okay, but you can't love more than one like you like that's not how
Right.
like you can't chase boys around and kiss
Yeah.
them.
You know?
Oh, that's so
She's
funny.
like, honey, you cannot do this. You're like, but I want to.
But I love them. And this is what you do when you're in love.
I am excited to see how your kids turn out, to be
We'll
honest,
see.
though.
Yeah. I'm nervous, but
Oh my gosh.
Someone told
anyways.
me they'll be how they'll be. Someone told me that and I was like, so true.
They'll be what?
Love that.
They'll be how they'll be.
Yeah, that'd be how they be.
Yeah.
That's true.
Yeah.
You're right.
They just will.
It's going to be a wild card.
You can't control
No.
how they
No.
turn. Like you can do your best to
Yeah.
like parent, and you know
Our moms are
instill
probably re-listening to
values.
this part now and they're probably like,
Oh my
yeah. Like, what do you think?
They're like, it's your turn, suckers.
You guys gotta deal with this now. I mean, things will probably make a lot more sense when you have kids and you're like, oh yeah, that's why my parents did that and that.
yeah.
Yeah.
I have a feeling I'm going to be apologizing to my mom a lot come
Yeah.
soon.
It's kind of like a rant, like kind of a beautiful thing in a way. Like,
It's a circle of
literally the circle of life.
I don't know.
But,
what
like,
comes
literally.
next.
I know. I
was
used to
waiting
think-
for you
do wanna
guys.
know- do you want to know what I used to think it was?
What?
It's the wheel of fortune.
No, you didn't. No,
I
you
did.
didn't.
When I was little, I was like, "That's what it sounds like." I think, I knew that wasn't it, but it was like, I don't know what it actually is, and that sounds like that. So that's what I would sing.
That's actually hilarious. I did not know
It's a
that.
circle of life.
Yeah.
It's the
Wheel of
final
fortune.
moment. No, that's not it.
It's the final countdown.
I don't
Just
remember.
song
It
change.
kind of works, to be honest.
You know, we're going downhill fast. I don't know what.
I know we are.
I think it's
I don't
time-
know
I
where
think
we're
it's time to be
at.
done.
If
We
you
need to
made it
get-
this far,
we need to get
thank
out of
you
here.
guys.
Honestly, to give you
Yeah.
guys a little bit of background, we were having the worst technical difficulties of our entire
Terrible.
lifetime today.
the worst today.
And so our patience is probably thin a little bit.
Yeah.
And our
We started this at 2:00 my time, and it is now 4:40. So
Yeah, it's
2
not been
hours
the
and
best.
40 minutes
yeah, that's insane.
for one episode. So
We're struggling,
So anyways-
but so if this
Anyway,
is all over the place,
if
that's
you're
why.
like, wow, they're like kind of raw and edgy today. Well, we are raw and edgy.
that's why. Yeah, or if you hear like sudden cuts, it's because something cut out and we had to just make do.
We're
So.
just unfiltered and we don't give two craps right now. So,
No.
but we're trying to give you
But-
good content. So hopefully you
And we
still
love
enjoyed
you.
it. So, no, we really do.
No,
We
it's
really,
yeah,
really do.
it's
We just
fun.
hate having technical difficulties, and
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
just life.
It's frustrating. So anyway.
That's fine.
Anyway.
Okay.
Well, please follow us on Instagram. It's Been Forever Podcast. Email us. I know
Email
that was a little
us.
different this time, but please email us at itsbeenforeverpod@gmail.com. Something that you liked, something that you didn't like, just a little backstory for something about your life. We just love to read listener emails. We're also on TikTok, so find us there.
Yeah.
We are on Facebook. If you're over the age of 45, please find us on Facebook.
And if
don't
you're
you
not
worry,
over the age
we're
of
on
45 and you're like, I'm on Facebook, it's not really something I would
Props
run
to you.
around like saying. I don't know.
there. Yeah, maybe keep that to yourself. No, I'm kidding. Just kidding.
But still follow us.
I'm also
But still
I'm,
like our page.
I'm on Facebook, and so I'm
Yeah.
saying that with love for myself.
I'm
Guys,
not.
I'm a sucker for Marketplace. I'm on Facebook all the
Yeah,
time.
Marketplace is it's just so good.
It's so good.
It's so good. So I'm right there with you. But we love you guys so much.
Yeah.
Thanks for sticking
Yeah.
to the end.
Yeah. We'll see you next week.
Bye.
All right, bye. Bye.
Bye.